who your father is and the descendants of your father are considered Israel, right? And we know, and we can see multiple instances dating over 2,500 years that you're Israel through your father, right? You can pick and choose a couple of instances where you feel you can be Israel through your mother, right? And then run with that explanation. But the examples you might give might only be 3 of them to show over the 2,000 years, or actually it's actually more, right? More like 3,500 years that you could be Israel through your mother, right? So I know that's what your stance is and your belief is, but what else?
So in these instances where you can see like someone's an Israelite through their mother, what do you make of those ones? Because if it wasn't a thing, how comes it's in the Bible, you know, over 3 times? And we can see in the Bible it says in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word's established.
I'm not sure about over 3 times, because I watched the video and you went 2, 3 witnesses, you went to 1 Kings and then another Kings.
Yeah.
That's not 2, 3 witnesses, that's in the same book. And I wanted to ask as well, if you can be of Israel from your mother, then where's the tribe of Dinah? Or Dinah? I asked them that already.
Yeah, that's a good question.
There's no tribe.
So I'll answer this then, yeah? So are you right to get the book of Acts chapter 7 and verse 8? Are you right to please get the book of First
Chronicles? Going to answer the question about Dinah?
About Dinah, yes, it's about Dinah, yeah? So if you can be an Israelite through your mother, how comes there was no tribe of Dinah, yeah? So let's understand that, yeah? So if you can please get the book of Acts 7 and verse 8, hold that. If you can get Timothy, if Jesse, you can get 1 Timothy chapter 2, and if you can bring out verse 13, if you can get 1 Chronicles, Josh, 1 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 3, King, and if Fernando, please can you just get the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 2 verse 31, yeah, and after you read 31 you jump down to verse 34, and then let's see, if brother Mensa,
how you doing, King?
Mensa, if you can just get the book of let me see, Acts chapter 16 and verse 1, my brother, yeah? Alright, nice one, bro. Actually, no, not Acts 16 and 1. Mensa, can you please get the book of Genesis 48 and verse 1? And then you'll jump down to verse 28. Alright, so when you're ready, if we can bring out 1 Timothy chapter 2 real quick, and verse 13, talking about Adam, yeah?
So this is 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 13, it says, "For Adam was formed, then Eve."
So Adam was first and then Eve. So lineage is counted through the man because the man is over the woman. That's the reason why we see even in the Bible that the sons of Israel are where the tribes come from, not the woman, not Dinah, because the man comes first, right? And we're going to fully understand this in context of, okay then, how can an Israelite be an Israelite through his mother if the man comes first, yeah? So now bring out what you got there, King. Acts chapter 7 and verse 8.
Acts 7 verse 8, "And he gave him the covenant of circumcision, and so Abraham begat Isaac, and circumcised him the 8th day, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat the 12 patriarchs."
So it says that Jacob begat the 12 patriarchs. So Israel came through 12 forefathers, yeah, because the man comes first, yeah. And now if you just go to the book of Genesis real quick, Genesis chapter 48, and if you just read verse 1, brother.
Side question. What about Dinah?
Yeah, this is what we're going into. This is about Dinah. Dinah's lineage wasn't counted.
Why is that?
It's because it was what's it called, the patriarchs, the forefathers established the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
It wasn't Dinah.
Why is there not 13 tribes?
So then it got changed. It never got changed because we're not. Because look, being Israel through your mother doesn't lead you back to a matriarch, doesn't lead you back to a woman, it leads you back to a man. So what we're trying to show you is from the beginning, God always put the men first.
Being a one sec.
Go on.
A matriarch through your mother.
I'm saying it doesn't go back to a matriarch. I'm saying there's no matriarch, which means motherly tribe. There isn't that.
So that being said, how do you trace your lineage back to a man if you're an Israelite through your mother?
That's what I'm about to show you, brother. So go on.
So just answer it and then show me.
Nah, but I had those scriptures ready for that. These questions that you're asking right now, yeah, we're leading up to it. I'm still building the point with a few precepts, you get me? So we've just gone over Acts 7 and 8, yeah, but now we're just going to go to Genesis chapter 48 verse 1, Mensa.
Genesis 48 verse 1. "And it came to pass after these things, one told Joseph, Behold,
oh my bad, King. I think it might be 49 and verse 1.
49 verse 1.
Yeah.
gonna read.
Yeah, that's it, brother. 49 1 please, yeah, man.
Genesis 49 verse 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
So he's calling his sons, yeah? Now, bring out verse 28, please. He's calling his sons, because it's all about the sons. We see in the Bible, there's a much stronger emphasis on men over women, because Adam came first, right? He was the first creation, he takes the lead. So even when it comes to Jacob, Dinah wasn't called amongst Jacob when he was dying, it was his sons, right? And here's what it says, verse 28, brother.
Verse 28. And all these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is it, that their father spake unto them and blessed them.
So the sons, sorry King, that's it, that's all good. So it was the sons where the tribes come from. The woman had no position in being a tribe of Israel. So Dinah wasn't counted as a tribe because the man comes first, and it was 12 patriarchs read in Acts chapter 7 and verse 8. So the 12 tribes were established by the men. So just because the 12 tribes are established by the men, does that mean a woman can't bring you back to those 12 men? Can a woman bring you back to those 12 men is what we're looking at right now. Not if there was a woman tribe, there wasn't a woman tribe as we've established. It was 12 tribes of men. But we can see that women can bring you back to the tribes as we're going to prove right now. So First Chronicles,
the seed of the father doesn't matter if he's sleeping with an Israelite woman.
What? Say that again, bro.
The seed of the father,
yeah,
because we know it's accounting for the seed, right? The seed of David, which we're talking about Christ when it says that.
Yeah.
So does that now void when that seed is sleeping with an Israelite woman?
All inclusive, bro.
Is it void? What void?
Is the seed of the seed of an
father.
Edomite sleeping with an Israelite? Is that kid now
an Israelite?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let me answer that, right? So say a Gentile man, yeah, slept with an Israelite.
Can't use the word Gentile, because we know Gentiles could mean Israelites as well.
When I say Gentile, I say non-Israelite Gentile.
Right, just say a nation, a specific nation. Or non-Israelites. Or non-Israelite. Gentiles as well.
Yeah, but we've already qualified it, like, you know what I'm saying. From the context,
it's not just for us though. It's edification, it's not
right,
just for us guys recording as well.
Yeah, but okay, I'll say that out of respect, yeah? So, say an Edomite, yeah? An Edomite is with an Israelite woman, yeah? Okay, Edomite man, and they have a kid. Is that kid going to be an Edomite according to his father coming first? Or is the kid going to be an Israelite
based on his mother?
Through the mother, because the father comes first, right? So let's see in this case why only in the case of an Israelite does it go through the mother's lineage in the case of Gentiles, right? So can we just get Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 16?
Hang on, sorry, before we bring it, are you saying
Deuteronomy 7 and 6, go on.
Are you saying, so whoever sleeps with an Israelite woman, the kid now becomes an Israelite?
Amen. Whoever sleeps with an Israelite woman, the kid becomes an Israelite through the mother. That's what I'm saying.
According to Torah.
That's what the Bible is saying.
According to Torah.
That's what, no, never mind. That's what the Bible is saying. Nah, not yet.
That's why Jewish made it the girl. Jewish, they count the girls from according to Torah.
Blessings on his head.
Right. If that's what the Bible says, why is there multiple precepts that shows that?
What's that called?
Why is there multiple precepts that show that if you can't count your father's seed, that you don't know whether you're Israel or not?
Well, can you bring this precepts out for edification?
This is Ezra 2 and 59. And these were they which went up from Tel Malah, Tel-Harsah, Sherub, Adan, and Immer, but they could not shew their father's house, and their seed, whether they were of Israel. So they couldn't show their father's house.
So what's important to showing your father's house?
So showing your father's house shows you're an Israelite, right? And showing your father's house or your seed, it means that they couldn't show a descendancy. They didn't have a record of a descent going back to Israel. Is that correct? They couldn't show a descendancy, is that correct?
So that being said,
yes, bro.
Why did it not, the ones who couldn't show the descendancy, why did it not show their mother's descendancy or their mother's lineage to show that they're Israel as well?
Well, the fact
because they didn't know who the father was, so they might have known who the mother was. Why did they not show that?
Okay, so the fact that it says they couldn't show their father's house, yeah, shows that they didn't have a list of their genealogy, and that would have also included their mother potentially. You get me? So the fact, one second, let me just make a point. Let me make a point real quick. So the fact that they couldn't show their genealogy shows they had no record. It doesn't matter about the mother or the father. They just didn't know their genealogy. Period. Okay. They couldn't prove it because guess what happened in the time of Ezra? Let me just make the context key. they've just coming out of Babylonian captivity. They've been in Babylon for 70 years and they've been in the Assyrian captivity. So they weren't writing down who their foreparents were anymore. So they weren't recording it. So they could no longer prove, because they didn't have any record of either parent. So the fact is that they couldn't show their father's house. Let me make a point real quick. The fact that they couldn't show their father's house, yeah, either parent going back to Israel. That's what it's saying there. They couldn't show that. That's what it means.
It doesn't say that.
All right, go on then, make your point.
It doesn't say that. It says they couldn't show their father's house. It didn't say they couldn't show either parents.
Right. So let me ask you a question.
One second. They said they couldn't show their father's house. And that's for a reason, right?
Yes.
So now, if it is like you say, you can be Israel for your mother. Why did it not say they can't show their parents' household? They can't show their father or their mother's household. Right. Why did it not say they can't show their father, but because they couldn't find their father now and they couldn't find their mother's? Why did it not say that?
That's a valid point. It's because you need to understand what that word father's house means. Does that also include women? So the best way to understand that is to actually go to a record of someone's father's house to see if it also counted women in it, and then we'll see if in their father's house, if they would have also had the accessibility to a woman potentially. So let me show you what I mean. I'll show you better than I can tell you, yeah?
So before you go there, and just get into the argument that you said you can't have, right? About genealogy, yeah. So even scientifically, the just think about this before I say this. The woman can't trace her seed back, her lineage back to her father, but she can trace it to her mother, right? So when you talk about the woman being, traced back to her father, scientifically that doesn't even make sense.
All right. So with the science, yeah, we're using the Bible, innit? So let's go to the Bible real quick. So Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, bro.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6, it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself,